everyone, my name is Katherin, the CEO of catscastings.com, and I'm here today to have a little story time with you guys. So stay tuned. So today's story time is going to be about a time that I stopped working with a production company. Now, I'm not going to be naming the production company here in this video, but definitely make sure that you stay tuned so you can hear all the juicy things that happen. Now, me personally, I am very nice, and I do appreciate anybody who helps me or helped me to build myself in the industry, and I'm not in any way trying to personally attack this person or the company. So this is the reason why I'm keeping their name completely out of it. So I started Cats Castings officially back in 2015, and I used to go to a numerous amount of shows where I would shoot with my iPhone, do some recording, do anything that I could to try to get some background images to continue to do my production as I'm working forward. As I continued to go to different shows, I started building up, getting different cameras. I moved from a GoPro to a Canon. So I did definitely build up, had to learn a lot of things along the way, so I wasn't against it. But there was one particular production company that I continued to work with throughout the season. Now, I officially got to speak to the owner one time when there was a very, very big show, and he allowed me to come in even though I didn't have a ticket, and I was very gracious. I was thankful. I met a ton of people that night, and it was completely amazing. We continue to work together as, mentee-mentor situation, and I didn't mind because it was a trade, and I was definitely learning new things throughout this journey. But I did begin to notice that there was sometimes some kind of resentment whenever I would post production or post-production or images from the shows. Now, don't get me wrong, I would put the tags, the hashtags, the works and stuff, but there would be some times where I would do photo editing, and I wouldn't necessarily tag the production in it after that, because I felt like it was my work then. At that point, this is something that I'm doing. I'm editing and doing all of that. I shot the film and I took the pictures, so this is something that is my work. During this particular season, I decided to shoot a few of the designers, but a lot of designers I did not show up to because I was booked for other shows, which I was very excited about because I usually don't get requested to go to other shows. It's usually me that has to hound down other production companies to go and, be a part of these shows. So, I posted, I tagged whenever I did my images or videos. But one recent post that I did put up, I didn't tag the designer particularly in the post or the production company. Reason being is because I felt that it was a repost, it was my work, it was behind the scenes. I didn't necessarily have to, do a full-on tag or tagging. I did put the hashtags of the production company and myself, but I did not hashtag the designer that I normally do. So the production company contacted me and was like, hey, it's really kind of messed up that, you're posting all these pictures and you're not tagging anybody, which I do have proof that I always usually tag the production company, the designers, and if I know the model's name, I will post the model's name as well. I am not about pretending like everything is all mine, but I am very particular knowing that my work is my work. If I shoot or do a video, that's considered my work. The production company continued to say that I was scamming and saying that it was all my work and that this is the work of a designer, and the designer was upset. So I went and I contacted the designer. The designer was actually very surprised that I contacted her and said that because She says that I'm the only photographer that actually goes forward and reposts her stuff as much as she does, which is true. I usually repost her stuff a lot in my stories and everything. We actually keep a very open communication, so she was very shocked, and she was like, "Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about anything that has to do with." So of course, by the time I went back to continue the conversation, I was blocked by the production company. But in the midst of our back and forth argument, I had let the person know that I was actually not going to be returning for the next couple of seasons because there was some shady businesses that was happening with the models. Some of the models were told that they had to book hotel rooms in specific hotels. I do have copies of the paperwork from the models, so it's not something that I'm making up or trying to degrade that company for. But that is a horrible thing to do, especially if a model is traveling from somewhere else, to mandate them to go to a specific hotel. I do beauty pageants, and me personally, it's usually suggested that you stay at that specific hotel in order to, make life easier for transition, but you're not mandated to stay in like the house hotel when you're competing. So that actually rubbed me really the wrong way, and I just noticed a lot of other things that was not really good for me moving forward, because a lot of the models did not want to work with this company because of a lot of the other shadiness that has happened in the past, and I kind of didn't want myself associated with that anymore. So as of right now, that particular production company, I won't be working with them anymore, and I'm not worried about it. There's a bunch of amazing designers and shows that are out here in New York City, and when we're ready to open back up, I'm here for it. So I want to thank you everyone for listening and watching. Make sure that you guys follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll have more story times like this if you want. Just let me know down below. Okay, see you soon. Bye.